I'm Henry Vogelman. This is my first video blog on just general knowledge about the law. I'm starting with probably one of our most basic rights. I'm going to explain the right and how to use it. To explain why I'm starting with Miranda, to explain why I started there, I've become very concerned about the state of our nation. I'm tired, frankly, of how our rights get taken from us. Our rights are getting abused. The government is telling us they can intercept our emails and we don't have to worry about it. I'm tired of hearing about how people who use their rights got off on a technicality. The U.S. Constitution is not a technicality. Recently I saw the movie The Judge. Great movie. Really loved it. But at one point in that movie, Robert Duvall, who is the judge, says, innocent people don't have to remain silent. This is just one of the biggest lies you can hear. If you are a suspect, the police already believe you're guilty. Innocent or not makes no difference. They are already trying to gather evidence to support their theory. They're not trying to gather evidence to determine what happened. I'm tired of us watching our rights be eroded and not doing anything about it. So I've decided to use my right to free speech, and I'm going to take a stand, and I'm going to try and prevent, or at least help, protect our rights. To start this, we need a little history. Go back to 1775 on a cold April morning. On that morning, the British Army was marching out from Boston to go to Concord. Now, the British Army is the police force of the Empire. What they're going to do is they're going to go to Concord. They're going to do what we would call today an illegal search, an illegal seizure, and they were going to arrest John Hancock and Sam Adams, charge them as gun runners and smugglers, give them a second-rate trial, and a first-rate hanging. So on that morning in 1775, 76 brave souls stand on Lexington Green. They oppose the British. And unknown numbers of Minutemen answer the call to defend Concord. That's the start of our country. That's the start of our great American experiment, where we say the rights of the individual are more important than the rights of the government. The experiment continues today. Unfortunately, we're living in a time where the government is telling us, trust us, if we abuse your rights a little bit, it's okay. I don't think it's okay. So let me explain how Miranda works, and hopefully you will use this information to protect your rights, my rights, and the rights of every American. How Miranda works is, you get arrested, you're a suspect, the cop reads you this little piece of paper. What it says is you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. After he reads this, the cop says, would you like to talk to us about this issue? Now, some people talk, and that generally is not a good idea. Most people assert their right to remain silent. So they end up, they're arrested, they're booked, they're put in a holding cell. About an hour goes by, cop comes and says, listen, you talk to us, we can get through this. Nope, I'm remaining silent. An hour later goes by, you're cold, you're tired, you want to go home. Cop says, we can all clear it up if you just talk to us. So you talk to him. Next thing you know, you're in court, accused of a crime, and all those statements you gave are now admitted as evidence against you. Same scenario. But this time you assert your right to have an attorney present. Now, the cop comes back, he questions you, you're cold, you're tired, you're hungry, and you end up talking. Not an attorney present. Now you end up in court. That evidence will likely not be used, not be admissible in court, because you asserted your right to have an attorney, and you can't waive it by talking. If you assert your right to remain silent, and then you choose later to talk, you've probably waived the right. You assert your right to an attorney, you don't waive it by talking. They have to get you the attorney before they talk to you. And I promise you, if the police tells you it'll all be cleared up, you just talk to us. I promise you, it will be cleared up. It's more likely to be cleared up if an attorney's present than if he's not. I promise you that if talking will straighten everything out, it's more likely to happen if an attorney is present. Remember, you get to talk to your attorney before you talk to the cops. He knows the story. He knows the law. He knows whether talking to the cops is going to straighten everything out. Also, when police officers start their interrogation, they like to use misleading questions. They do a little badgering. Because remember, they have a theory which they're now trying to prove. They're not trying to find out what happened. They're trying to say you're guilty. Attorney present can solve all those problems. And if talking's going to clear it up, it can clear it up. If talking's not, the attorney will assert your right to the Fifth Amendment privilege, and they won't be able to talk to you. That's why you need to have an attorney present. If you are ever in a situation where you are a suspect, and you assert your right to have an attorney, and later someone tells you you got off on a technicality, or I don't know why you didn't just talk to the cops, you tell that person, I didn't talk to the cops because I am doing my patriotic duty. I am protecting the rights of myself and all U.S. citizens. It is our duty to protect our rights. And the way we protect our rights is we use our rights, we enforce our rights, and by protecting my rights, I get to protect your rights. Thank you, and I hope you will.